Right. Hi everybody. This is Helen, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from Bell Block in New Zealand. Well, I'm just checking that this is coming on my iPad so I can, yep, looks like it's there. That's great. Right, so it's nice to be here today. Sorry for the later time frame, but I have had I was doing an event, a crafting event, and it was a little bit late finishing. So luckily I said 3 o'clock and not 2:30. And then I thought, what am I going to do? So I've gathered together a few items, and I thought I would make a card for you today. So let me just bring that way a fraction. Right. So I thought I'd use the Floral Charm DSP. I used this a couple of weeks ago. Love this DSP. It's an online exclusive, and there are some gorgeous papers in here. They're really stunning. So the beautiful roses. That would have been really nice what I'm doing today. Just thought of that. Yeah, just really, really stunning papers. So I love them, and I thought I would use those, and I picked out this paper that I thought I'd use today, although I really like that rose. But anyway, I think I'll stick with this. I don't know if that is quite the right size. Let me just check. Oh, 14.3. Probably not quite wide enough for what I need. Oh, might do. It's quite cute. I quite like that. Anyway, no, I'll stick with this because this is what I actually picked out to use today. So I'm going to use that, and that is on the online exclusives. Now, I don't know what this card is called, but I made it in a class recently for the peers, and I thought I'd make that today. So I've got a piece here and I've got another piece there. Right, so I did get a piece of Blackberry Bliss. So this is 10.5 centimeters by 14.8, so it's actually a quarter of a sheet of our A4 cardstock. And then I've got two pieces that are 3 centimeters by 12.5 centimeters. So I've got two of those. And then I've got a white piece that is 5 centimeters by 14.3 centimeters. Okay, so those are my pieces of cardstock. Now I've already cut those, but I do need to cut some DSP. So let me bring my trimmer in, and I'm going to cut first of all at 14.3, so 14.3 centimeters, and then I need a piece, so I need 9 centimeters, so I'll cut 9 centimeters like that, and then I need to cut 2 centimeters off each side of the 9 centimeters, and you'll find out why when I go to put this card together. So I'll take that one and then I'll flip this around, and 2 centimeters off that edge as well. Okay, so that's those. That there and that there, so they're just put aside. And then I also need some other pieces, so let me think. I need 5 by 2.5. So what is the measurement of that? That sucks. So if I go 5 by 2.5, so if I go 5 centimeters, no, go this way, 5 centimeters. And I need some 2.5 centimeters, so 5 by 2.5, and I need 2 of those. Oops, just bring that up a fraction. So 2 pieces that are 5 by 2.5, and then I also need some 2.5 by 2 centimeter. So that's 2.5 by 2 centimeters. So if I go up this, now I'll go 2.5 centimeters that way. It's always trying to work out the best way of getting the most amount of pieces out of your DSP. So we're going to go 2 centimeters and another 2 centimeters. And another 2 centimeters. And that's 3, and I need one more. So how wide is this one? That one's 2.5 as well, so we need another 2 centimeters. So about there. Now I don't have to worry about the pattern on this side because I'm actually going to use the back of those. So the back of this is really lovely too. So it's just leaves, which is stunning. So I'll put those aside. So remember, 2 of them that are 2.5 by 5 and 4 of them that are 2.5 by 2. Right, those are my pieces of DSP, and I'll put the rest of these away. Now, what I'm going to do, I need to do some scoring, so I better do that next. So if I bring my trimmer back in, put my cutting blade aside. So with this piece here, that is 10.5 centimeters by 14.8, I'm going to score that at 2.5 centimeters. There. Then I'm going to turn that around this way and score this at 2.5 centimeters again. I don't know if anyone is there, but if you are there, please say hi and let us know where you're from. So that's that piece. And then these pieces, we're going to score these at 1 centimeter, then 3.5 centimeters. And for this, it's probably just as easy to flip it around and do 1 centimeter and 3.5 again on that edge, just because I'm using the trimmer. But you'd normally go 1, 3.5, 9, and 11.5. But as I say, because we're doing it quickly here, it's just as easy for me to do 1. Make sure I've got that straight, 1. Then up to 3.5, and then flip it around and go 1 centimeter again, and then 3.5 again. Right, okay, so I'm going to attach my DSP. So before I do that, I'll just fold these forward, there and there, and fold these ones this way as well. So if you do all your folds now, that would be good. Then we're going to attach all our DSP to all our pieces. Right, and these ones here, we're going to fold one forward like that, another one like that, and now these ones here, what we're going to do with those is we're going to put some tear and tape on the ends. So tear and tape there and there, and tear and tape there and there. Right, and then we're going to put these little pieces of DSP on. Okay, so I'll grab my seal. Remember, we're using this side, so we're just going to put one there, one of these across the middle, like that. Another one down this side. Go this way. Oops. Start my seal off again. So if we do all this, it's just easier to do it while these pieces are all flat. And we'll do these ones. So just like that. So yes, I got to spend the afternoon with Debbie today as we did the craft along, which was lots of fun. Debbie raced and made all her cards. I changed things around because that's what I tend to do, but really happy with what I achieved today. So looking forward to sharing what I made with my ladies at the catalogue launch in the weekend, so really looking forward to that. Right, so that's all those pieces. Now this one here, we're going to put this piece in the middle. So we'll just put some nice tape on there. So the backs of this set of DSP is stunning. It's really gorgeous. So I'll put that down through there like that. That's good. Now I'm not putting these ones on just yet. And this one here, I'm going to stamp. So I'm just going to use the Gallery Blooms. And we're just going to use this little flower here. Just put that onto there. Grab some memento. And I'm just going to put that down the side like that. And I will colour that in. So I'll just colour the leaves. And this is, let me just check, light granny apple green. Oh, Chantel's there. Hi Chantel. And Susan's there. Hi Susan. Got to see Susan today, so very lucky. Had a nice time with Susan. She helped Amanda and the girls with some cards from Countdown, because we're collecting those at the moment, the Disney ones. So and I was able to help Susan's friend with some as well. So it's always nice when you can help other people out as well. So that was good. So I caught up with Susan. I know I'm catching up with her again in the weekend. This is Blackberry Bliss. I might just use this just for a little bit of detail just at the bottom of these flowers, just to give a little bit of depth. Just like that. And I'm going to attach that to the back of this piece. So, yeah, caught up with Susan, and then Susan was just leaving, and then Trish turned up, and Trish was leaving, and then Debbie turned up. So it's been very busy. Donald's gone back to work today, so I went and shifted the cows and fed the horses some silage this morning, so that was good. Right, now, the next thing we are going to do, I think I'm going to do one of these on the top. Yes, I'm going to do one of these. Right, so this is from the Gallery Blooms as well. So this is the large flower. So I will just, and when I have a large stamp like this, I like to put the ink pad onto the stamp. It's much easier. That wasn't really what I meant to do. Just as well we have the magic side, isn't it? All fingers and thumbs. So, oh, Trish is here. Hi Trish, you made it home all right then. There we go. So that's the Gallery Balloons, and so I'll just grab this and I'll try to colour this as quickly as I can, because I don't want to hold you up too long, but it's always worth it when you finish colouring these and cut them out, and they look amazing. So yeah, so it was nice to catch up with you, Trish. And Chantel was supposed to be doing craft along last night, but she was scrapbooking instead, which is, Chantel's always a little bit of a worry. She never does what she's supposed to. So we, Chantel, Debbie and I did the craft along today. So that was good. We had a few technical issues, which is quite nice to see that other people do as well, because I always worry when I have technical problems, and I always think it's just me because I'm not that great at things like that. But when you see other people have problems as well, you realise that you're not the only one. Right, so I'm just adding, this is the dark Fresh Freesia, just for a little bit of extra colour. I just wanted to, I just love the stamp. I guess that's what it comes down to. And any opportunity I have to use it, I will use it. So there is a stamp set that goes with the, what is it called? Charming, I don't know, whatever it's called, Charming something. I can't even remember what it's called now. Charming Days or something like that. There is a stamp set that goes with it, but I decided that I wanted to use this floral image for this card. Right, and I'm just going to colour in the middle of that a little bit darker, just because that gives these flowers a little bit of depth. Okay. And don't worry too much about your colouring, because this will blend in really nicely as it dries. So as you see, I'm just following some of the little pen lines on the flowers, and it just gives that bit of depth, right? And when you've done that, I don't know whether you can see that closely, but I've just done put on the different colours. So then if you grab the light again, light fresh freesia again, and just go over, you can drag those colours so it blends in really nicely. And you may not notice it at the moment, but when this dries, you definitely will. Now just remember with your blends to use the side of your blends, and you only need to just touch it. Okay, it is a brush end and you don't want to put a lot of pressure on it. Okay, so just a little bit of depth like that is great. And then for the granny apple green, we'll do the light granny apple green first, and then I'll just use the dark for a little bit of highlight. Some of the, now I'm using the thin end for this just because these are a little bit different shapes and it's a bit harder to keep inside the lines with the brush end. So just do that. So that's very cute, just like that. That's cool. I think I just need a little bit of this just down here. Okay, and then the dark, we'll just use that, and just where these lines are, and just the base of your leaves, it's a good place to do this. So up the under part of the leaf, just like that, it just gives that little bit more depth. So again, you can go over then with the brush just to blend that little bit in. Okay, but normally it will dry really nicely. Okay, so there's my gallery blooms. Now, I'm just trying to think. I don't even know. I didn't even bring my cutter for that. Let me just think where that will be. Gallery blooms. Just a moment. I'll just look for it. Back again. Right, there's the die. So I will just bring in my little friend. Chantel, what are you trying to say? You're trying to say that I'm trouble? Because I don't think I'm the one that's trouble. I think you are, but that's fine. Blame me. Chantel and I are off to Auckland in September for a craft day, so looking forward to that. So whenever we get to go away, we normally have a really good time, so can't wait. Now let's see if I've got that sort of straight. Oh, I think that's probably about right. It's hard to see when you can't actually put your head directly over things, because I think my stalk's gone a bit crooked, but that's fine. We'll just cut it, it'll be fine. Right, just like that. Let's hope it looks all right. I'm sure it will. Right, so I could have cut this out with my scissors, but it does actually cut these other little pieces like that out, which is quite helpful. Right, so that's my floral image. Now, what else do I need here? I grabbed all my bits off the table, and I'm wondering if I've left something, because I don't know where it is. That's okay. I'll put all this part together and then I'll... Oh, here we go. Acetate. So this is like window sheet, but this I've put on, I've got here. They come with the photopolymer stamp sets, so they come in with a couple of these clear sheets on. So this is one of the backing sheets, so they're quite strong. So I'm using that today for my card, and I'm just going to put a little bit, I actually want a little bit of tape just along the very edge, and a little bit of tape along the very edge of the ear as well. Right, that's good, that should work. Now, what I'm going to do with my base is I'm going to peel one end off, And I'm just going to line that up. So just fold it under, line it up on that side, like that. And you're going to take one of those off, and you're going to line that up down the bottom here, like that, okay? Then open this up, and you're going to work out which piece goes there, which is that one. So I'm going to put that on next with some tape. Oops, missed that one. So I'm just going to put that on over top of that, and that will just cover that, like that. Okay, now it's quite a good idea to put this on now, so that's going to go onto there. So I'm just going to peel this end off, just put that onto there, and peel this end off, put that onto there like that. Okay, and then these two here, you're going to peel these two off. So easy to get my little thing here, and take that one off. Then what you're going to do is you're going to close them down directly on there and directly on there. Oops, up a fraction. Oh, bit of sticky tape over the edge. Okay, so there is that. Now we need to put this piece in now, because it covers that little edge there, and it's a bit fiddly, but it's actually not that difficult really. So just put tape all the way along there, and we're just gonna slide that in. There you go, just like that. Okay, so that's the main base of my card, and then this is going to go on there like that. So this is going to stand forward like that. So I'm going to put that on, but I'm going to use glue dots. I don't really want to see the oops, we're going to see that, aren't we? I forgot about that. You know what I'm going to do with that? I'm just going to grab a sponge. Ooh, my brush. I didn't see that. I didn't think of that when I turned my paper over. And I'm just going to grab my Blackberry Bliss. And I'm just going to sponge all over this, so you won't really notice as much. You're not going to see it inside, but just for my peace of mind, it's just going to look a little bit better. There we go. Right, so now move that aside. Can't believe I did that. Right, so I'm going to pop that onto there. So we'll grab some glue dots, and we just need to work out where we want them to go. So I want really one on each flower. The glue dots will hold this really well. Glue dots are amazing. If you haven't got them as part of your craft kit, they are a really great product. They're so sticky. They're amazing. Right, put one there. Oops, they keep sticking to my finger. And I might just put one more down. Where's another one? Down here. Just down there. Right, so I will put that along like that. Okay, now I'm going to put this on here. So this is Happy Birthday. This is from Loveliest Tree, I think it's from. The calves are listening to me, Chantal. Oh, that's exciting. I'm sure they're very happy to be tuned into Helen's crafting session. Let's hope they drink well tonight. Okay, and what I'm going to do with that, because sometimes, quite often I'll use like the oval punches or things like that, but sometimes it's quite nice to just cut these to the shape of the words that you stamp. And I've been doing this a little bit lately. It just gives a different look. Just wriggle along there, and then out for the end of the Y, just like that. So we'll put happy birthday there. Yeah, done that. We'll be fine. Right, I'll grab some dimensionals. Look where my flower went. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Take the backs off those. That can come down to there. And then I think just to finish it off, we might have... Oh, did I put that on the back? I did, yeah. These are quite cute. Let's use these. These are stunning. These are adhesive back sparkle gems. Aren't they gorgeous? They're really gorgeous. Okay, let's have a look. I might do... Put that onto there. And that one up to there. There you go. How about that? That's looking good. I'm quite happy with that. So that is my card for today. Really cute, easy to make, nice way of using up some of your DSP. It's really nice when you've got a DSP that has a nice back as well as the front, but you could just use 2 different styles of DSP as well. This would look really nice with anything, and when I was showing you the paper, I thought this would have been really nice with this rose cut out and sitting on there as well. So that would be another option. And you could even, we could have just put that rose on there, even though you've got a different DSP at the back if you wanted. But I wanted to, it's quite nice to see how to use your blends and colour and use those on the back as well. So there you go. So hopefully you can see the detail in there, which is really good. And the way I would finish that off now is to grab a Winker Stella and just paint beautiful flowers, because even though you don't see the Winker Stella on the camera, it makes such a difference, and it just makes it very sparkly and really beautiful. So, and it's a good way of adding that little bit of extra special glimmer to your project. So there you go. So that is my card today. I don't think you'll get to see the Winker Stella, but it is stunning in real life. So that's my card for today. So if you do make a card like this, please share it with us. We'd love to see what you all make. It's always nice to see other colour combinations or things like that. So thanks, Jackie. I'm pleased that you like the colours. I love the colours. I think they're stunning. So they're one of my favourite colour combinations, really. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing that today, and yeah, share one with me. So I'm looking forward to catching up with my ladies on the weekend for the catalogue launch. We've got some amazing new products coming out. We do have the in colour sale on at the moment. So if you want to get any of the in colour items, whether it be the ink pads, the blends, the markers, DSP, anything with in colour in it, it is on special at the moment till the end of the month. So you just go to my store, which is helenmckeown.stampinup.net, and have a look there for the in colour specials at the moment, which are, there's some really great savings. Okay, so that's me for today. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the card I've made. I've enjoyed making it for you. I look forward to catching up with you again next week. Sorry for the delay today, but yes, I had this other event on, so it was nice to be able to take part in that. Okay, that's me for today. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to catching up with you again next week at 2 p.m. for my Facebook Live. Bye for now.